North Korea fires missile, warns U.S. of fiercer military responses. Missile launch comes hours after North Korea warned it would respond to U.S. efforts to boost its security presence in the Asia-Pacific. North Korea has fired a ballistic missile towards its eastern waters, according to officials in Seoul, hours after threatening a fiercer military response to efforts by the United States to boost its security presence in the region.
South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said the short-range ballistic missile was fired from North Korea's Wonsan area on Thursday. The missile flew around 240 kilometers 149 miles and reached an altitude of 47 kilometers 29 miles, the JCS said, adding that shortly before the launch, the South
Korean military will continue to maintain a firm readiness posture. It said Pyongyang has tested a record number of missiles this year, including a possible failed intercontinental ballistic missile, while Washington and Seoul have expanded the scope and scale of their joint military exercises. Some of the drills have involved Japan.
Amid the tensions, leaders of the US, South Korea, and Japan held trilateral talks on the sidelines of the East Asia Summit in Cambodia last week and pledged to work together to further strengthen deterrence. In a statement after the discussions, US President Joe Biden, South Korean President Yoon.
They also warned Pyongyang against conducting a seventh nuclear test, with Biden reiterating that the US's commitment to defending Seoul and Tokyo was backed by the full range of capabilities, including nuclear.
North Korea condemned the trilateral summit on Thursday, with Foreign Minister Cho Sun-hui saying the three countries' war drills for aggression would not rein in Pyongyang, but would rather bring a more serious, realistic, and inevitable threat upon themselves.
The keener the U.S. is on the bolstered offer of extended deterrence to its allies and the more they intensify provocative and bluffing military activities, the fiercer the DPRK's military counteraction will be, Cho said in a statement carried by the official KCNA news agency.
She referred to her country by the initials of its official name, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The US will be well aware that it is gambling, for which it will certainly regret, she said. Cho added that the North's military activities are legitimate and just counteractions.
Our military is shooting today. Why? I'm worried when we shoot. I'm worried when North Korea shoots. I'm worried about it all.
Yeonpyeong residents are especially nervous these days. In nearby waters, North and South Korea exchanged warning shots last month. Just off the coast, a South Korean Navy ship keeps watch. Residents here say they've heard more explosions recently.
Who wouldn't worry? I can hear shots all around here.
To the US-led drills, analysts said the signals coming from Pyongyang were significant given the regional symmetry of the past week and Chinese President Xi Jinping's participation after years of self-imposed pandemic isolation. China is the isolated North's main ally and trade partner. Beijing may not immediately become more cooperative in dealing with North Korea, even after the Kim regime conducts another nuclear test. Leaf, Eric Easley, a professor at Yu-Hee University in Seoul, told Al Jazeera by email. But at some point, Chinese interests will prefer exerting pressure on Pyongyang rather than face a more strategically united US, South Korea, and Japan.